Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a video today. Actually, recording from my dinner table. I figured be a nice background. A lovely kitchen behind me. It's a great sunset on the lake tonight, too. Looks really pretty, really nice. Anyway, point of this video, Jalen Carter of UGA. Could he be the #1 pick? It's possible. I think he can definitely go top 5. I kind of gave that away. I'm going to give you my prediction for him. This will load up on me. Hold on. There we go. Projection, top 5. Now, I will say this. I understand that Jalen Carter had an arrest warrant a couple months ago and had an auto accident and left the crash, and obviously that's a no-no. We don't do that. I understand all that. Should it affect his draft stock? I made a video on it. We talked about it. I would hope that it doesn't. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that someone draft stock or something personal that goes on in someone's life affects the rest of their life or other areas of their life. I don't wish that on anybody. Glad that Jalen Carter is okay. All he did, he didn't hurt anybody. He just left the scene of the crash, which is something that you're not supposed to do. I remember when I had a car wreck, and first thing I did was make sure everybody was okay, and everyone was. So I will go ahead and say this. I do have Jalen Carter going in the top 5. That's my projection. I think that's where a lot of draft experts, have him going. When you look at his combine, he boasts 10 1/4 inch hands. As far as measurements go there, he's 6'3", 314. He's got an 87 next gen stats grade according to NFL.com. Has an 87 overall score, which is good. So, when you talk about what he does really well, he's got good structure, how he's built, good frame, good size. I think he fits the requirements of a defensive tackle, defensive lineman, however you want to put it. And he's elite. He's very mobile. And he does have a bright future. I think he's got the size. He's got it all. Jalen Carter has it all for the NFL. I will say that. Do we base a player, at least coming out of college, we base a player on size, how you did in college, your combine? Jalen Carter really succeeded at all of it. And I do think he's ready. I think he's ready for the NFL. I think he's ready for the next level. That being said, I do want to look at some highlights. We did it the other day with CJ Stroud. I get this from Bad Hat Creations. Bad Hat Creations, the scariest defensive tackle in the 2023 NFL Draft. Jalen Carter career highlights. I'm not going to share audio, but I will share the video footage so we can look at that. Just give me a second and let me get this pulled up. And we'll look at his highlights and what he's been able to do the past couple seasons. So here we go, right here. I love this player. I love watching a player like this. He's fast. He's physical. He's dominant. Number 88 right there, just hard hitting. Look at him body slam. Kind of offensive line blocker. Of course, he blocked a field goal against my Crimson Tide a couple years ago. Here he goes over Uiagalelei, trips him up against big man Jordan Davis. He's been starting since he was, I guess, a young freshman. He's fast, he's physical, and can make any play on the defensive side of the ball. You need him to tackle, you need him to bull rush, you need him to be fast, physical. He's got those attributes. Look at that. Here he is off the edge against Oregon. Brought the pressure. There he is, number 88. Push him. Oh, trip him up. There he goes. There he goes. He can flush quarterbacks out of the pocket. That's what I think he does best. He's fast, too. You know, he can get to the quarterback. Even if he doesn't take him down, he does create that room where, you know, he how do I want to put this? He can disrupt. That's what I'm looking for. He disrupts the pocket a little bit if you're a quarterback, so be careful. So a little highlights there. Not going to show everything, but you guys, I'm sure, get the picture. You know, Jalen Carter is a beast in beast mode. And, you know, he's got one of the brightest futures, I think, in the NFL. Put the legal stuff aside. I'm sure that he he will be great. He will dominate. And, you know, this is a guy that I have going. I'll be honest, I have him number 3 overall to the Cardinals after 2 quarterbacks in Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. We've looked at Stroud. We'll look at Bryce Young some other time. But Jalen Carter is going to go top 5 somewhere. Some have him slipping. Some have concerns. But overall, I mean, from a football standpoint, he has it all. He can do it all. And he's an all-around player. Some weaknesses that NFL.com points out. Could use a little bit more mass against NFL guards. Loses momentum when swapping power with true heavyweights. Neutralized by the size and strength of Florida's Osiris Torrance, another great prospect in the draft in 2022. Says that his tank ran out of gas in the college football playoff semifinal against Ohio State. That's a weakness there. I mean, you're basing it off of one game. You know, Nick Saban likes to say one game does not define who you are as a player. So I wouldn't let something like what happened against Ohio State. I mean, he was playing C.J. Stroud and Marvin Harrison and guys like that. So I wouldn't let that handle or dictate, I should say, you know, where he goes in the draft. I think that scouts, coaches, and GMs are going to look at Jalen Carter and say, yeah, he's got the legal stuff, but outside of that, everything else fits the checklist for why we should draft a guy like this. So, but want to hear from you guys in the comments below about Jalen Carter, what you think about him. Is the legal stuff going to get situated? Should it impact his draft stock? We talked about that in a video. Again, in case anyone's curious what I mean by the legal stuff, he had a car wreck and he left the scene of the crash. You don't do that. That's a no-no. So you just don't do that. Again, his projection for me, I'd see him going in the top 5. So he won't fall past the Seahawks, who are at number 5. Could the Colts pick him up? I have him again at number 3 to the Cardinals, and we'll share the mock draft very, very soon, the whole first round. He's one of many Georgia players that you could hear on draft day, like Darnell Washington and Broderick Jones, Nolan Smith. So many different guys. Keely Ringo. so many different guys from Georgia. Jalen Carter leads them all. So, Jalen Carter, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for everything you did for Georgia. He was fun to watch in college, and surely he will be fun to watch on the next level in the NFL. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Jesus loves you. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media, check it out. I love you guys. Peace out.